In space, no one can hear you scream. Alien Covenant, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Michael Fassbender, Catherine Waterston, and a whole bunch of other actors, is a kind of sequel to Prometheus and prequel to the Alien franchise. Now, I'm a big fan of the original Alien. I think it's a great horror movie. It totally invented the sci-fi horror genre, and it was awesome, and it was great. I love that movie. I'm an even bigger fan of Aliens, the sequel, because it not only it kept the horror aspect of the first movie, but also made it into an action movie. I love Alien and Aliens, and I even liked Prometheus quite a bit, except for, like, you know, like the 3 scenes where the logic of the characters is so horrifically stupid. But besides that, I liked Prometheus quite a bit. So yeah, I'm a fan of the franchise, and going into Alien Covenant, I was very excited, partially because I thought the trailers looked okay, I heard good things, and the poster is freaking cool. So let's talk first about what I liked about Alien Covenant. I loved Michael Fassbender in this movie. I mean, he was so good. Every scene that he's in is really interesting. The conversations he has are very complex, very thought-provoking, all that stuff. You know, he was an android in Prometheus, and in this, of course, he's an android again. I will not go into exactly the kind of role he plays as the android in this movie, but it's very interesting. Favorite part of the entire movie by far is Michael Fassbender, and he was the biggest plus for Alien Covenant, for sure. Another thing I loved about Alien Covenant was the look of the movie. Everything looks incredible in this movie. Like, the cinematography is unreal. And I mean, the CGI, it's pretty perfect. Like, you know, sometimes we complain about too much CGI in movies. This is like a perfect blend. The CGI was top notch, and those aliens looked pretty freaky. They looked really freaky, very scary. And the third thing I liked about Alien Covenant was how it tied into Prometheus. I thought the Prometheus tie-in in this movie was very satisfactory. I thought it was really cool. You learn a lot of you get a lot of answers to some questions you've had about the Alien franchise in general, like where do the aliens come from and how they were created. Really, really fascinating stuff. I was a fan of it. Yeah, I mean, it was a great tie-in, and there was a great tie-in in this movie to Prometheus, and it was really interesting, very cool. But guys, I'm afraid that's where my positives are gonna end. Yeah, so going into Alien Covenant, I had heard good things, good reviews. I heard it was better than Prometheus. I heard it was a good horror movie. It was a return to form for Ridley Scott, at least as far as the Alien franchise goes. And, well, I walked out very, very disappointed. I was not scared once in Alien Covenant. I mean, there were a few thrilling scenes, I guess, but you lose me. You absolutely lose me in a horror movie with stupid, illogical characters. The logic in this movie is absurd. I mean, almost from the very beginning, I was like, oh no, this is not gonna be very good. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. And so me and my friends just kind of laughed at the really absurd things in this movie. Honestly, there are so many terrible horror cliches in this movie, and the characters are so illogical. Like, there's a shower sex scene. You know, of course, something horrifying happens in it. It's predictable. You know it's gonna happen. They show it in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. Characters just make illogical decisions. The first one, and I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but it involves a door. And somebody opening a door or choosing to not open a door. That's when I knew this movie was going to be with, you know, a lot of people were going to die, and they were going to die because they were really stupid. All the scares were pretty predictable. Like I said, I was like not scared at all this entire movie. Like, seriously, I wasn't thrilled. I wasn't scared. None of the original Alien or Aliens horror was there for me. And even Prometheus thriller horror there. It was not there. Alien Covenant did not scare me Didn't scare me at all, really. Also, another problem I had with this movie was the fact that all the characters were pretty much the same. They all reacted pretty much the same. I didn't care about any of them. There was hardly any character development for any of them. They had no charisma. They had no defining characteristics about them. And so when they died, I didn't care. They were just there to die bloody deaths. And also some of the sloppy direction in some of the scenes of Prometheus that were just the characters seemed really stupid, really illogical, but those scenes could have been fixed if it was just directed. The actors were directed to, do certain things differently. That's the same thing in Alien Covenant. There's numerous scenes where I'm like, these guys do not seem like astronauts. You would not kneel down by that weird egg thing and touch it with your bare hand on an alien planet you didn't even know existed 5 minutes ago and go, hey guys, check this out. I'm gonna touch it. Oh gosh. Also, there's a big twist at the end you can see it coming from a mile away. It wasn't a very good twist. Wasn't very well executed. Predictable, and I didn't like it. I mean, it could have been really cool if Ridley Scott had crafted the twist more effectively, but he didn't. I thought a lot of the direction in this movie was pretty sloppy. Also, and this is a minor spoiler. It really isn't a spoiler though. It's one of the side characters. You don't remember their names because, like I said, you don't care about anybody in this movie, honestly. Somebody dies. It's a dude who has a ring on his finger, and another dude's holding him, almost like they were a couple, a gay couple. That's what's implied. And I remember I laughed in the theater because that makes absolutely no sense for this movie. The Covenant vessel and mission, okay, in this movie, its sole purpose is to colonize. Okay, they're supposed to be couples to colonize. Why is a gay couple on a colonizing mission? It doesn't work if you know how reproduction works. I did not overall enjoy Alien Covenant. I'm giving Alien Covenant a D. So anyways, if you have seen Alien Covenant, please leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought of it. And as always, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. And if you're a dude who's starting to feel pregnant and you're starting to feel something in your chest, in your stomach, it's trying to poke out, see a doctor, okay? See a doctor, or else you'll end up how I ended up at the beginning of this video.